Okay. Welcome. This is Luigi's Mansion Bligmire. Luigi's Haunted Quest 2, as it is also known as. I believe it's made by a man by the name of GoldenNapier. As you can see, I've already played through this game. I'm about to do my second playthrough of it, but I'm going to record it this time. I'm a huge fan of Luigi's Mansion, and I found recently a Discord server where a lot of people who are working on ROM hacks and mods of it posted a lot of their full games, and this is one of maybe like the 7 or 8 full games that have been released so far. And as you can tell by looking at it, you can kind of get what we're getting into here. There's green crows. I don't mean to be... I'm not going to be negative that much throughout this, because Luigi's Mansion modding and ROM hacking is very new, from what I've seen, so it's, yep. And immediately we're met with 2 ghosts with hats, with 50 health each. But we do have a very powerful version of the poltergust. I believe it feels like the type that you would get in like the Hidden Mansion. Like, just like, listen to that sound. And immediately after taking out those blue guys, we're met with these 3 red ones, which I'm sure I'll comment many times later is sort of a trademark of this game after a while. This is just the foyer from Luigi's Mansion, but retextured and with a strange statue over there, as I'm sure you can see. Yep, now we got the orange guys. They have 80 health each, which is like close to the amount of health that you would see like a boss ghost have in the original game. So quite a lot. Everything does quite a bit of damage in this game, and I do recall in the early bit we have to be a bit, I have to be a bit careful not to lose too much health, because this game does take a while to get you to a point where you actually have a consistent way of stocking up on health. You saw that I didn't go for the chandelier there, I didn't go for the money. Money doesn't really matter as much in this ROM hack as it does in normal Luigi's Mansion. In fact, I would pretty much say that it doesn't matter at all. Because there's no final score at the end of the game. You never talk to EGAD in this one, so there's not really much of a point in collecting the money. As you can see here, we got this new ghost here. He does use, like, I believe the ghost name is Norval from the original game. Does use his mechanics, but that was a new model. They did make something from scratch, so that's pretty neat. He was also sitting at a desk rather than a rocking chair. Neat little detail. Interesting thing about the desk. The collision is not quite right, and as you can see, I can walk through parts of their rocking chair. I think that one thing I've learned from playing this game is that it seems that modders for Luigi's Mansion, they have a little hard time creating new collisions for things. They don't have a problem with like placing new furniture. Like, as you can see, I'm kind of walking in this bed, and you can interact with the bed and it does move correctly like it would be, but it does seem like this was originally like another object that was just here and they just put the bed there. It's very interesting. Unfortunate thing about this game, I would read that ghost profile if I was able to press the Z button and do that. Unfortunately, the Z button does not work. Oh yeah, here we go. Tiny Mario. Mamma mia, where did you go, Dr. Meshki? Oh no. Yeah, that's part of the goal of this. We're saving a Russian scientist. So yeah, our goal here is to save this scientist guy so that Mario can no longer be tiny. So Mario is basically the Toad in this game. Shows up in all the spaces that the Toad normally would. It's pretty neat. Where am I going? So I'm not going to mess around too much. I'm mostly just going to go after try to go after the things that are necessary. I believe we can immediately do something in this room. Alright, so there's a weird ghost here. He kind of uses the blackout ghosts mechanics. I forgot what that ghost's name is. Yeah, we can just suck this guy up. He's pretty easy. Okay, so as you just saw, that's what the poison shroom does in this one. It does a lot of damage, way more than it normally would. And rather than shrinking Luigi, it makes him choke out a little bit. Very brutal. The poison shrooms are way more brutal in this game. I love that the person who made this game really likes making rooms very red, to the point that even though that he made the choice of making that light bulb blue, it's still emitting like reddish light. I think it's kind of a neat detail. Yeah, right now I need keys. Now that because I know what I'm doing in this game at this point, and I know that I need a lot of keys. The major goal at this point is to get Baby Room unlocked. Oh yeah, so this is what the grabby ghost looks like in this one. I thought it's interesting that they chose to make a completely different model for them. I don't know what the decision was there, but a lot of the ghosts in this have like this bowler / top hat plus mustache look, and they never really explain why. But I think it's really interesting. It's a strange design choice. I had to let go of that guy real quick. Whoa, I didn't even... There's a gem in there. Oh yeah, weird decision also, as you'll see here. I picked up a key there, but it didn't do the funny music that they always play when you picked up a key in Luigi's Mansion. Which is... I mean, I guess like if picking up the money mattered, like they wanted me to pick up the money, I would kind of get that, but you can't even like view how much money you get in this game. It's just not a part of it. So this room's been heavily changed. We got these creepy statues. It has kind of an icy texture, but there's no ice physics in here aside from the icicles falling down, which are definitely new. I kind of like that they added the icicles to the room. It's kind of neat. Got that money. It's interesting also they use the beta coin design that like spins around like on its side rather than the ones that kind of like just sit around like on the ground like they do in the main game. There's a lot of like signs of like a community asset thing here going on, where like there's a lot of people creating different aspects of it, and the person who made the hack like utilized a lot of resources, which is always really a good sign because it means that like the modding community for Luigi's Mansion is getting much better, and you know, this is like I know this all like kind of looks a little jank, but just keep in mind this is like the beginning. Like this is like the start of what's gonna be a pretty interesting game for ROM hacking and mods. Alright, so we got that key. Guess we're going to that room. I tried letting him go to see if I could get some more hits out. Still got hit. We'll take care of those other rooms on the top left in a bit. I just want to get keys and open up options. Because, like, this game is less about, like, the exploration and getting the money as much as it is about actually just beating it. It's not an easy Luigi's Mansion game, because they made everything really tough. Or at least tougher than it would be normally. Done. Like, look at that. This guy's got like 100 health. It's crazy. But like at the same time, it's like, look how fast I drain it. It's like, it's just insane. This like version of the Poltergust is like on a whole nother level. Like, look at that. Just a super powerful Poltergust in this game. Yeah, I figured that there wouldn't be a key in this room because the key that we got led to the door on the right. But I just wanted to be a little bit thorough, so. Alright, we got recording room time. And I was really expecting to see some of the shadow ghosts in here from Luigi's Mansion 1, but I don't think we see them in here. I don't think we see Invis ghosts in this room. It's interesting that these projectors on the sides don't work also. I wonder if there's a specific reason behind that. Like if it's actually difficult to make it so that light is coming from multiple sides in these rooms. Because it seems like the person, like when they made the hack, wanted to do that, but then they couldn't for whatever reason. I think it's a pretty fascinating little thing. You like just playing this game. I'm just asking so many questions. Like, what's easy to make in this? What's difficult? I would actually be interested in maybe like interviewing like the creator of one of these hacks and learning a bit more about Luigi's Mansion modding. Who are the big players? Who's got like big projects that they're working on? Really just like learning more about this, because Luigi's Mansion is just such a cool game that like even something like this manages to put a smile on my face, you know. It's like, and I'm not saying that this isn't huge, you know, I'm just, you know, because like whoever made this, like they made a full game, you know, but it's like I know that like a lot of people, like they would look at this and they would kind of, they wouldn't see much in it, but when I look at this, it's like, I'm like, man, like, it's so great that, like, someone's even, like, doing something, like, at all, you know? Like, because this stuff was, like, unheard of, like, 10 years ago. Like, people would like want like something like this like 10 years ago, but no one was able to make it. And now people are just, you know, they're making it, and it's fantastic. You know, it's like, and you've seen how like great Mario 64 ROM hacking has gotten. Like, people just make up straight up like new games in that thing. It just kind of makes you wonder, like, well, where's Luigi's Mansion going to be in a couple years if people give that the same sort of dedication and it maintains that sort of community? Because, and I was talking to someone earlier, right? One of the big things that makes it, that makes, like, Mario 64 games so good these days, like, whenever people make Mario 64 ROM hacks, is that Mario 64 is a game with, like, you know, this incredibly dedicated community. You got guys like K's out there, like, really helping people out, you know, showing them code, showing them all this stuff that they need. It's great. Oh, this one works. That's wild. So it actually does function. Alright, so now, just like with the projector room in the main game, I believe there's an Easter egg in here if we grab this. Yep. I believe this is a reference to the creator's original game, Luigi's Haunted Quest, or something like that, which I may play on this channel. It also looks very interesting, looks very similar to this game, but with, like, easier looking enemies and maybe a less intense vibe to it, so we'll see, maybe one day. Alright. That leads up there, and I do want to head that way. Because as you can see, I'm at 57, like, heart. In this game, most of, from my experience, it seems like most of the, I don't know if, like, they actually edited anything, but it did seem to me like these, hallway things, well, there it goes. But you saw how little, like, that heart actually filled up. It's like, man, the hearts, like, compared to the amount of damage that the ghosts can do to you, the hearts really do not do a whole lot to fill your stuff back up. Luckily, this won't be a problem once we access the baby's room, because as a lot of Luigi's Mansion players probably know, once you go into the baby's room, there's a big heart in the chest over there, and that will really open up some options for us. I think we're about to enter there right now, so alright. And as a certain funny character from Heavy Metal said, first I had to take care of some assholes.
First I had to ditch a couple of assholes.
You just gotta take a no-nonsense approach to the ghosts in this game. You gotta, like, recognize that your poltergeist is a beast, and just do what I'm doing there, where you're just, like, you're pretty much spamming, like, tapping back on it. Because you will get those results, like that. Like, look at that. And since there's no portraits in this game, you don't have to worry about making sure that you get the portrait ghosts on your first try every time to try to get the gold paintings. You don't need to do that in this. The goal of this game is win. Beat the game. Very simple. So this guy is pretty much identical to this guy Cedric. It's cool. I forgot to point this out. Whenever you enter a room, it'll actually show you a title of the room on the top left, and they actually are custom. So, well, it didn't do it there. Oh, there it is. So this guy works just like the chick that would be in this room in the original game, except it's a guy. I think his dialogue just said something like, "Oh yeah, it's a sexy man," or something like that. Which is creepy. Creepy game. Oh my god. When I first played this game, I did not know that the Poltergust was this powerful. So I had no idea that you could just destroy him like that. I would be complaining about the fact that he had 450 health, and that's like the only difference, but you know what? I'm not complaining when I just did that, whatever that was. This game's awesome. Alright, where are we going next? Alright, entering the key. Oh yeah, the wrestler's room, okay. So there's a weird Scottish wrestler in here, he kind of looks like Roddy Piper. And we're just gonna screw him up. I think I've gotten too good at this. I remember like this guy was actually like maybe a little bit of a problem last time, but I'm just destroying him. Oh, I got pushed off. Spoke too soon. Damn, he like rushes you too. He's not like the boxer guy or like the weightlifter guy where like he just like he'll like do like the big swings like with his arms. I know it's like it's like an edit of that guy by the looks of it, but still like nuts that like it actually like they like changed the animation, like looks different. Anyway, this is what I was talking about. You see how I'm running towards this thing, but it's like it's acting like there's like a desk here. Yeah, it's like it's like reacting to when I hit this like it's furniture, like it's there, but it's in the original game it's like there was still like a fireplace and a desk here. This is like I'm trying to walk into the space, but I can't because it thinks there's a walking chair here, like collision. Would be interesting to see that go away in future ROM hacks for Luigi's Mansion. Maybe it'll go away in some of the others that I'll try out. But I think it's very interesting that that's a problem in this game. Or, not a problem, but it's interesting that... Well, I just hit nothing. I think it's interesting that that's even a thing. Oh, I saw this and instinctively I thought I could run on it, because you could with the treadmills and the gym in the original game, but you just go through it because there's not really a treadmill there. Very interesting. This game is really cool. I mean, I know like a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, look at all this red, look at like the cringe Mario right there. But it's like, I don't know, I'm just fascinated that this is even like a thing, that this is even possible. I'm having a good time. Like, this is like my second playthrough of this, and I'm just like, yep, I'm kicking ass, taking names, chewing bubblegum.
I have come bubblegum gas, and I'm all out of.
Alright, well, we're going to basement. I really, I know that a lot of people would not be so thrilled about the fact that this is like, it's like the original mansion in layout, which I guess must be just like a difficult thing for them to change, I would imagine. Like, it seems like from what in fact, I think from what I've heard people say that that's like the hardest thing to edit or, you know, do stuff for in this is like just like stuff pertaining to like collision and like the map. Like making like a custom like layout to the mansion or something like that. Making like a new mansion basically. Sorry, I'm concentrating a little bit. I remember having way more trouble with this room when I originally played it because these, as you're seeing, there's like these strange ghosts that'll appear that have like 150 health that throw these bombs. They're basically like the wall ghosts that do the same thing, but they weirdly have like the hitboxes of like the normal punching ghosts. Very strange. Let me get rid of that guy. I am just steamrolling this. Wow. I don't know what this means here, this 2000 to 2021 thing. I know that, I guess, like, 2000 was the year that Luigi's Mansion came out, and the year that this hat came out was 2021, but I don't know if that means Luigi's Mansion's dead this year, or... Also, where's the ghost? Where are you at? Okay. Well, I found the ghost. I thought there was two, and then I missed one, but interesting. I was looking at the map. It looked like I didn't even have to clear this room, though. It looked like I could have just continued. Alright, so this map, this area, like, locks, and you have to fight ghosts in here, which I think is a pretty cool change. In the original Luigi's Mansion, you didn't fight anything in this hallway. So I think the idea of fighting things in a hallway in this game is kind of neat. Very brutal, though. I would say in general, the game's placement of ghosts in areas where they wouldn't normally be is really cool. Like, I like that when as soon as I entered the mansion, there was ghosts, like, fighting me in the mansion. Like, in the foyer, even. Like, that's nuts. That guy thought he was about to get me while his buddy was distracted, and I was just like, nope. God, this is like so much more enjoyable now that I've fully realized just the absolute power of this game's poltergust. Like, look at this. This is nuts. Nothing should be pulling ghosts like that. If I knew that when I first played this game and I wasn't, like, using the poltergust like a normal poltergust, like, being a little, like, nervous with it, you know, thinking, like, oh, if I keep pulling, I'm gonna lose them. Nope, not at all the case in this game. You gotta love when you take out 3 of these guys, only for 3 of them in a different color to pop up. Not as annoying now that I know how to be a leader of the Expendables. Alright, well, we got a key. Alright, and so thus far in this game, we haven't seen anything too crazy. Which is where I introduce you guys to this room. Welcome to, yeah. I'm gonna let him turn the doorknob so that we get the full suspense of what's in here. Yeah. Welcome to, Bowser's Castle. Yeah. This is a thing. We got one of everybody in here, it seems. Not sure I agree with this. A little crowded. Like, I'm already distracted enough with Bowser in here. Do you think I'm ready for 5 ghosts of different various types? Look at that. I'm shaking Bowser. No, don't punch me. Oh my god. I just noticed that in the background they changed the tiles to look like it's windows, like it's in a castle or something. Very weird. Weird decision. Bye, Bowser. Yeah, so that was Bowser. He's pretty neat. Alright, the Baron's room. So we got this Russian guy here, and basically all this is like the bodybuilder fight from the original game, but now there's ice physics. This actually is a pretty tough fight. Like, unless you're taking it real nice and careful like I am. Am I ready for this? I actually do not know if there's a way to take this guy out clean, because I remember, yeah, the ice physics do knock you down. So I'm not very good at sucking up the Bosco when there's the ice. So I apologize. I might fast forward through this a bit, so you don't have to see this. This is kind of like how a lot of the other boss fights in this game were before I discovered the power of Super Suck with this Poltergust. There's a whole lot of losing the boss ghosts after like a couple hundred of numbers go down. Like, that guy had a lot of health. Not gonna scratch that off, you know. Powerful Poltergust aside and ice physics aside, you know, he still had a lot. I don't know if the average like the average like casual player of this sort of game would know how to be a beast with the Poltergust. Like, even when, like, before I started playing this, like I felt like I was doing like better than like the average person would. So it's like, like, not to pat myself on the back, but then it's like, oh, but now I know that, like, you can also just go crazy with it. It's like, yeah. Alright, we need a big heart. Then we're gonna go save with Mario. Oh, right, I remember now. Yeah, we picked a good time to save. I think that up next we have this room. And here we basically have like a... So we have a guy named Nedrick. You may remember that there's a very similar boss fight in the original Luigi's Mansion. Like, you start taking away this guy's cake, the fat guy, and then like... I think they call him Mr. Tubbs, yeah. You take away Mr. Tubbs' cake, and then, like, the waiters show up, and they try to replenish the cake, so you have to get rid of the waiters, and then you suck up the rest of the cake, and then you fight him. That's how the boss fight originally went, but in this it's way more simple. We just take away the man's cake. Dodge some fireballs right here, and we're gonna be ready to take the man out. I remember this one took like a little bit because he had a lot of health. But I'm curious how quick it'll be now that I know the power. And the answer is that it's still going to take a bit. Because I lost him real quick there. Hat. Hat. Got money. Hat. I wonder if that's supposed to be like rose gold or whatever, or like peach gold or whatever peach is. Luigi. Alright, we're in the Dark Chapel. And this guy's telling us to leave. This is one of my favorite lines. Refusing to do so would result in you being damned with the souls of the damned. Die. Man tells us to leave tells us if we don't, then we're gonna be damned with the souls of the damned. And now it's like, alright, no, just die. Didn't even give me a chance to response. Like, I could have been like, oh, I don't want to be damned, I'll leave, or something, but he's just like, nope, death. Close your mind, it's death time, as Viper would say. There we go. That's the kind of fastness I need. That's the kind of...
Let's go. Speed it up. Yeah, that's the speed I'm looking for. That's the type of fastness I want. Speed.
Now, I'm sure that as you're watching this, if you're a seasoned veteran of Luigi's Mansion, you might be asking yourself, where are the banana throwing ghosts? How come we haven't seen the guys that throw the bananas yet? Like, we're getting like a whole lot of other ghosts in here, but we haven't got the banana guys yet. Don't worry, they will show up eventually. And you're gonna wish that they didn't when they did. And by that, I mean no disrespect to the hack itself, but you'll see. Alright, these guys are way tougher than the other ghosts. They have like more health. I feel like they're more aggressive somehow. I don't know how that's possible, but... I think we might be good soon. It feels like it's just these last two bomb guys, and that should be it. Wow. Wow, 150 on that guy. Like, even with, like, this speed, that's still a lot. It's, like, way more than you would expect. Alright, key. Give me the key. Give me the key. Okay. Oh, yeah. God, imagine, like, in future hacks, if we got to the point where Luigi's Mansion hacks are doing crazy stuff, imagine you, like, bang on a pipe organ like this and it starts playing music, like...
On the next exciting episode, what's gonna happen? A strange hunter is hunting Luigi. Will Luigi fall in Luigi? Will Mario get big? And what about the Lucha Brothers? Will Mario get Mario? All this and more on WWE Crown Jewel, live from Saudi Arabia.